What is up, everybody? Took a little hiatus, but we're back. I'm starting to get into the groove of things. I got my boy here, Dynasty Day Trader, aka Sushane, and we're going to be talking about QB prospects. I wanted to do something a little different this year, change it up. We're just going to be looking at film, chilling, talking, and then we'll probably do a podcast on this very next topic, but this will be more longer format, or if you come in maybe later, it's all good. It doesn't matter. We're going to be talking about the 5 QBs. Just want to start off while we wait for some more people to join. I got some cool stuff here. So I won a $300 gift card from NFLshop.com.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm like, well, I don't need this. I'm not like a jersey guy. I don't like having a lot of jerseys. I like the t-shirts. I mean, I like stuff, but just like I don't like a lot of jerseys. I'm not huge on memorabilia. But that $300 filled up quick, boy. Like that was everything's expensive.
I feel that. Oh yeah.
It's like once you start clicking, it's like I got some for the dogs. Yeah, I got a bunch of Niners stuff. So here's some of the stuff I got.
Yeah, let's see it. Okay.
We got our favorite non-prospect, a favorite veteran quarterback right here. Is there any hope this guy turns it around? I mean, obviously you can tell who this is. I mean,
yeah, of course.
Craftsmanship, you can tell.
I can ride with that for sure.
You can ride with this new head coach. You can ride
with the new head coach. I think I can ride with this. You know,
all right.
That's what I'm going with. I like the weapons there that they have. You know, Javonte Williams coming off a little injury or whatever it's coming on, and you know, I think there's some upside. I have him in one league where I got to win, so we'll see.
Dynasty, I assume, of course.
Dynasty, yep,
of course. I mean, what are we
doing here?
What do I have you on here for? Like, we're talking about.
I'm not the redraft.
Talking about redraft? We're talking redraft.
Come on.
No, that's not why you're here. Yeah,
right.
So I haven't posted any content. I like to take a break to clear my mind. I'm an introvert. It's, you know, you were not able to tell I seem like an extrovert on camera, but that's how introverts work sometimes. I need to just unwind. And it's not like it's not like there's a lot of negativity. It's overwhelmingly positive on the internet. It's just too much for a guy that likes to just chill. Like I don't like to talk to a lot of people. It takes like this extra energy. You know, like as I'm not used to it. It's like just imagine like I have to do something super athletic, like do a boxing match or play a whole football game, and I've never done anything athletic. Like it's like, you know what I mean? I'm more of a chess player. Like I use that part of my, my powers, but not this. But it's a great reset. So where I was getting at was like I haven't created any content, but a lot of people are creating content, and then it's like a lot of times there's really nothing to create out of. So everybody is like on all their
trying to find
content posting. This is what I'm trying to say. They're trying to trade away all these guys, this guy's receivers. And like, how is this realistic? Like, I just saw PFF post. They traded away every wide receiver this guy had. I'm like, they're not gonna hire Sean Payton, be in the hole. Like they obviously, this is their future, whether they like it or not. It's either going to be good or bad. It is what it is.
Yep, they paid for it.
And they want to trade Jerry Jeudy and Cortland. Like, who's he going to throw to? They already got rid of Noah Fant. So it's like, who's this guy going to throw to? I mean, we got a great tight end that you picked, one of your guys. You always hit on tight ends, which is very impressive.
Appreciate it.
Look at the quality. You think
a little bobblehead.
It's so nice. It's such good quality.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is I think I've heard Cortland Sutton reportedly wanted a trade, like he requested that one. All the other stuff with Jerry Jeudy and whatever, I mean, I don't know. That doesn't seem realistic to me.
Requested a trade.
I don't know why he would request a trade. Probably because they had a bad season last year. But it's a new blood. Nathaniel Hackett's out. Sean Payton, a proven winner at the NFL level, is in. You know, I think it's a whole different ballgame now. Maybe what we were saying about Denver last offseason, how they could potentially challenge Kansas City for the division. Maybe we were 1 year too late or 1 year off too early. I mean, you know, who knows? We'll see. That's the upside, right?
So when did he request it? Before Sean Payton got there or after?
That I don't know, but I do know it was at some point in the offseason. So it could have been before Peyton, after Hackett fired. Could have been that in between period when they had no one. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see if I can find out for you though.
What's up, Val? What's up? People are showing up. That's good. What's up, the network? What's up, homie? What's up, Big Jim Jean in the building from overseas? What are you, Gene? I mean, I always forget. What are you, 12 hours ahead, 14 hours ahead, 11 hours ahead? What's up, Chandler?
Yeah,
I'm in,
Gene's
but
in the
I'm at the
building.
gym. Hopped on as soon as I saw you were live. The dedication is real. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about dedication, but we're back. Yeah, no, this is gonna be fun, guys. We're gonna be doing this more often and just chilling, just talking. Um, he says Susain's a dynasty guy. He's great with scouting tight ends. This guy hasn't missed with tight ends. I'm pretty good at running back. So all we got to worry about now is quarterback. And what we got very tough.
Oh boy, easier
Very
said than
tough
done.
here.
By the way, I did look at Cortland Sutton, and from what I'm seeing, it seems that there were internal noises that the Broncos were thinking about trading him, and then Cortland Sutton kind of clapped back, had a response for that, and all of that was under Sean Payton. So this is not a Nathaniel Hackett thing. This is all post Sean Payton within the Sean Payton Broncos era. Just to clear that up. But yeah, I mean, to your point, you're solid at running back. I'm solid at tight end. Wide receiver this year, we're gonna talk about it in the coming weeks. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. There's not really like a top guy that everyone's kind of head over heels of, and quarterback is always a mess, But we're gonna try to get through the quarterbacks today. No, that's the goal at least. We'll see what we can do.
We're talking quarterbacks. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This one I won't do the whole setup, but we got another one clearance item. Now this is
who is that?
Collector.
I can't
This
tell who
is
that
a super rare collectible on clearance.
Ooh.
$8. This was when
kind of like getting Darren Waller for a 3rd round pick, right? You get that elite tight end for a little bit of a discount.
This is better than that, even. Yeah. So this is Antonio Brown when he got traded to the Raiders. When he said some bad stuff to Mayock and punted the ball, and he had frostbite on his feet.
Yep.
We know the story. We've rehashed this several times on the podcast, but we have Antonio Brown. I mean, I love it. It's clearing. How can I not get this? I mean, it's quality.
It's booming. That's for sure.
I got a bunch of stuff, but this is the last thing. So Amir was talking about his not my dedication, his dedication at the gym, but that's great, Amir. Go hit the weights. This is what you want to do when you do weights, right? This is the secret that it's common knowledge amongst people that know, but like, don't rest too much. But I'm assuming you're hitting weights. Most guys, when they go to the gym, they usually hit the weights. Rest time between sets. So you want to rest 90 seconds max. You want to get down to 60 seconds, 40 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds. And that way you kind of like doing this intense cardio thing, and you're only spending 45 minutes lifting the weights. There's all these guys they have these fat guts, and they can lift like way more than me, but they have fat gut. It's kind of like, I mean, what's the point if you got a big gut?
Right. It doesn't look that good. Exactly.
That's the thing.
You want to lift a lot and also look good doing it, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, you want like a good stomach. Like, come on, why would you want a huge, like, what's the point of going to the, yes, you can lift big weights and then rest 5 minutes. Last item we got. What is
nice? This? Love it already.
Baby Yoda with a blanket. Does this come? This probably comes out. It's a mini blanket. You could roll out and have a picnic.
Oh, for real? That's kind of cute.
I don't know. It's a blanket though. He's got the blanket here, but it's high quality stuff.
Why was that sold on the NFL shop though?
Well, they probably had a deal with Disney. I mean, I don't know what is 49ers. 49ers.
Oh, okay. The blankets of 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like, what does this have to do with football? It's just that's 49ers here. I just don't, I'm not good at this stuff. I'm not going to, take more than 20. I'm not going to take 20 minutes showing this stuff off. This segment's already failed. But that was a cool, like, little intro. I got that stuff. I'm going to put I mean, the Russell Wilson, it's fire. It's
Oh yeah.
orange.
And I think when he has a good season this year, it's going to be even more fire for you, man. I think.
Yeah, I
I think
like
he's going
his
to have a good bounce
weapons. I
back.
like Sutton. I
Mm-hmm.
like Judy.
Dulcich, Javante
Is
in the
that his third?
backfield.
Like, kind of say the third is Greg Dulcich. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like kind of the third receiver, and then they always have good running backs
Mm-hmm.
right there. Running backs, you know what? I'm just gonna say this as kind of blanket statement. They're probably gonna get ruined because how many workhorses are there? 7, 10. Need to look at some
At the
rankings
most.
here.
I think
Something like
7,
that. Let's say
probably
7.
less
It
than
just
that.
say 7.
Yeah.
We'll go back. Like, we're not trying to get into it, but it's like, let's say
Sure.
7. So it's like for me, if I have Tony Pollard right now, I'm trading him.
I'm going to try to trade him. Yeah. Who's
No, it's
accepting that?
hot,
That's the
bro.
thing.
People, it's all this crap, dude. Everyone's hyped. They want rookies. They're hyped about Tony Pollard. Like, people are just hyped. When there's hype, you just capitalize on it. You really think the Cowboys are not going to draft another running back? And it's not like
100%.
that's what I'm saying. 7 out of 7 divided by 32. Let's just do 8 to make the argument
Sure.
even weaker.
Sure.
Right, it's 25%. So there's a 75% chance your running back's going to get screwed and not be that workhorse. And that
It's
could
so bad.
be
You're right,
Tony
though. Oh,
Pollard.
my
There's
God.
a
Yeah.
75% chance it's not going to
That's
work out.
rough, dog.
And then I'm going to have to hear about you complaining for the next 3.5 years why Tony Pollard shouldn't get more carries. Like, you think I haven't heard you guys? Zeke sucks. Like, take him out. Put in Tony Pollard. And we saw that a little bit last year. Not necessarily like huge bulk of carries, but Tony Pollard shined more. He actually did well. He finished as a top 8 running back. Like, it was great, but we didn't get that workhorse role. What if and when we get the Tony Pollard workhorse role, he's instantly top 5. Because someone's going to get injured. He's going to be top 5. He's going to be great. He's going to finish RB1 some weeks. But it's just saying, man, there's a 75% chance that won't happen, and they'll get another running back, and it'll poo-poo on what you're trying to do. So I would trade Tony Pollard. Some other running back has hype right now. I forget who it is. I'd trade him. Just get rid of your running backs. Like, who cares? It's so easy to like trade and get, and like, in Dynasty, like when I first started playing Dynasty, running backs were so important. Maybe some of it was my fault. I was wrong a little bit, but I think a lot of it was that they were actually more important. The settings I played in were different. It was only 2 wide receivers. So running back instantly more important. Only 1 Q. It wasn't super flex. It wasn't tight end premium. A little bit more newer concepts, like as far as being standard now. And so running back was still important. And there were still some workhorses. The workhorse running back wasn't fully dead yet when I started playing Dynasty. So running backs were more important. And I was a little bit maybe undervaluing like the wide receiver position. I probably should have valued the wide receiver position a little bit more. Learned that along the way. Wide receivers are very important in Dynasty, especially PPR. These running backs, man, you're going to get screwed. Like, this is just a common, like, when do you not get screwed? You drafted Ken Walker, you didn't get screwed. That's about it.
now,
That's like
yeah.
where it ends. Javante Walker, you got screwed. I had to listen to you guys 3 years complain about Tony Pollard. Finally didn't get screwed on him this last year. Javante Walker, we named Breece Hall, my guy, who I drafted in every league. Got screwed. Totally unlucky. But it's like you're going to get screwed with running backs. Like, and Tony Pollard, I'm saying 75% chance you're going to get screwed.
Yeah, it's just the nature of the position and how it's been devalued. Not only just by the NFL, obviously we've seen, years since Saquon, etc., that, running backs don't get the same type of draft capital, but also, from a fantasy perspective, last season, if we went to last offseason, so 1 year ago, everyone's, still amped up about these running backs, ETN, bounce back season, all these types of things. Then the year plays out and, within the first 5 weeks, you see Aaron Jones is not doing that great. Kamara is not doing that great. All those, quote unquote stud RB1s not producing. And then the whole community and everyone just kind of goes up in arms and they're just like, what's going on with the running back position? That continues for the entire year. And you look at where we are now. It's just not a good landscape to be in, to your point, if you have running backs. It's kind of just get rid of the ones you can. At the same time, though, I mean, you do need running backs on your team, so it's kind of tough. Like I want to say get rid of all the running backs, but you
if you're
need two of them.
tanking,
You know,
not if you're
not if you're
tanking
tanking. True.
hardcore like me and you do
Right.
from time to time, or we use
That's
that as
true.
a loophole. What do you want to cheat move?
Yeah.
Loophole, hack, life hack.
Competitive advantage, right?
It's definitely like it's definitely like a hack, especially
Yeah.
on when we do it on the high stakes sites.
For
Who
sure.
was our running backs on that site?
It was like Hassan Haskins.
Hassan
and
Haskins,
Tristan Ebner.
yes.
Tristan Ebner, maybe. Bears RB3.
That's the backup on the Bears.
The current backup. It was Montgomery, Khalil Herbert.
I mean,
the
like
running
when
back
I say
guy.
backup, I mean like the meme where he's like
Yeah.
he's the
Right,
skeleton
right.
at the bottom
He's the
of the
skeleton at the
ocean.
bottom,
Yeah,
right.
I didn't mean like backup like Tony
He's the
Pollard. I
Royce
meant like
Freeman.
he's like practice squad, like
Right.
red shirt,
Yeah.
like that type of
Yeah.
backup, like one carry
Yeah.
for
yeah.
the whole season. Like, yeah. So Gene left a good comment. It's hard for me to trade Bryce Hall and Javonte. So here's the thing. You're screwed on Javonte. It's done. You got screwed, and you're getting screwed now, and you're gonna get screwed in the near future. It's happening. It's bad. It's a bad feeling. There's nothing you can do. He's not hot right now. He's more like cold. So you missed your opportunity with Javonte. You're not a big dummy for that, because a lot of us were very hyped about Javonte, very hyped about them getting Russell Wilson. I'm not afraid to admit it. I got lucky with that because everyone else was just a little bit more hyped than me. When I was telling people to draft him here because he's a steal, everyone wanted to one-up me and get more on Javonte's jock. They wanted to do a little more than me, right? They needed, like, it was a competition. I was like, hey guys, like Javonte, like he's amazing. This is going to be great. Everyone just had to be like right here.
Right.
So because of that, I missed out on getting screwed by Javonte. As everyone else was just a little bit higher on him than me. Nonetheless, we were all hyped. But it passed. That window passed. There's nothing you can do. Now, Bryce Hall, you want to keep. Because, yes, he's cold right now at the ACL, but this guy is so much more athletic than we think. He's already, like, off the charts athleticism like that, but he's even better than we thought. So with the age, with the athleticism, you can expect a sooner recovery as far as getting back to being elite or very good production. He'll be faster than the vast majority of running backs because he's super young. He's played like half a season, so he'll be great. And it'll take 5 to 7 weeks, and I think that's it. So week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, around that time, this upcoming season, he'll be back to Bryce Hall. Hopefully, obviously, like we don't know, but that's my prediction. That's my advice. So you got to keep both those guys. With Javonte, I mean, I guess you need a bit of luck. Right? If the team's great, then it's not that bad. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be on a good team. Dameon Pierce is a great example. Like, that guy's like, he's horrible in fantasy.
Right.
Like, he's like the best player on the team. He's a great runner. He's way better than I thought.
Same.
Right?
I would agree. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm a value guy. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, I had him ranked higher and I was recommending him only because of value. I did not believe in the talent that much. And I thought the team, I hit on that. The team held him back a lot. I hit on that part. But the main reason I liked him was because he's being drafted like super late. And, you know, it's just, it's bad. I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about running backs. We're just supposed to talk about quarterbacks. Tee up this first video. What do we got here? What are we talking about today?
All right. CJ Stroud. We're going to start off with the 2023 quarterbacks. Not really a consensus on who's the first guy, right? It's kind of a war between CJ Stroud, Bryce Young. There's, a little small corner of the room that's into Anthony Richardson. But I'm going to start out with CJ Stroud, who today, if you ask me today, who would my quarterback one be? It would be Stroud.
If you're an NFL team.
If I'm an NFL team.
Okay, not Dynasty. Okay.
I would go with CJ Stroud. Yeah. And I think we'll get to Bryce Young in a second. I think most people know about the whole size thing. I think because of the size, even in fantasy football, I'd probably have Stroud at 1 today. Again, we'll see the landing spot and everything, how it goes. Biggest thing I like about CJ Stroud, his ability to improve within a game, within a season, and then within his college career. So the first video that we had teed up, if you want to throw that up there, it would be his first game against Minnesota. This is his very first game ever at the college level. And in the beginning of the game, it's just like what you expect, right? It's going to be a bumpy ride, kind of conservative, short passes. He's going to miss a lot of stuff. But then slowly as the game goes on, you're going to see a little bit of an improvement. And then we're going to continue on the journey, watch some more clips, and you're going to see how later on in the season, he kind of goes from that kind of like slow start, kind of rocky, up and down play to very consistent, very good from the jump. And that type of improvement is very attractive to me. So let's kick it back and start watching some CJ Stroud.
So I'll show us really quick. FanDuel has it number 1, CJ Stroud, most likely to get drafted first overall. Number 2, Bryce Young. Number 3, Anthony Richardson. Most people knew that. Some people may not know the odds, but it's pretty big discrepancy between those three. So they're saying CJ Stroud, like if you bet 100, you'll win if you bet 250, you'll win 100. So it's like he's really favorited to be the number 1 overall pick. Bryce Young, you bet 100, you win 200. So I mean that's
plus odds, right?
It's yeah. I mean it's like kind of rare, and then like Anthony Richardson is like, I mean no way, but I mean there's that sliver of a chance that he'd get drafted. All right, let's watch this.
So again, I mean, keep in mind, this is his first game under bright lights in this type of scenario. Again, his only experience up until this game is just playing high school football, right? This is his first college game, first, legitimate action on the field.
By the way, it's Hussein the Brain, and I don't take any offense. By the way, it says thank you, Hussy. I don't know. Would that word get us demonetized? He's trying to say my name. He's trying to say my name. Thank you. I'll just pretend he said Hussein. Thank you, Hussein. I won my league because of your waiver pickups. Thank you so much. Nice. I really appreciate it. Guys in the chat, let us know if you can hear the audio, because if you can't, we are screwed. Let us know if you can hear the audio. I guess it's not vital, is it? Is it vital? It'll help. I mean,
yeah, it's not vital.
Okay, but let us know if you can hear the audio when we play these videos. If not, I can fix it. CJ Stroud's first big game.
So again, you're seeing those short passes. Just kind of ease them in for now. And then
who's his wide receivers this game? Is it 3 super studs?
Oh yeah. We got Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba. So we've got a whole crew.
That's not fair. Look at, oh my God, this is sexy.
So you see he's overthrown a little bit. He's not as calm. You're going to see later on those types of throws he starts making consistently. He'll miss even more of those early on in the game.
By the way, I have not watched really many of these videos. I haven't watched a lot of film, so you guys will be seeing the genuine reaction from me.
Okay, for sure. Nice.
I already love it. I love how he throws.
Yeah, it's pretty ball, but you're going to see those types of mistakes. Again, this is his first game. I want to highlight that. The whole point of showing you this is the tremendous improvement. But you're already seeing the upside. You're already seeing what could be, which is
it's an extremely pretty throw. Like it's the throws. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Now today, are we gonna see this guy run? Because I hear he's a pocket passer. He never runs. Are we gonna at least see him take off a couple times? Because I'd really like to see.
Yeah, he only did it in one game in his college career, though. That would be his last game against Georgia. A lot of people talk about it. Other than that, not a whole lot of running. You're going to see stuff like this, right, where he's trying to escape out of the pocket, but you're not going to see him take off and run.
It's kind of like what Aaron Rodgers does now in his later career.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't really get rush yards anymore, but he still scrambles a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we have that video queued up, or can we watch that too?
Oh yeah, it's queued up at some point.
It's already. We already have it on our list. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming. I just really wanted to hammer in the point that he's slowly So now we're in the second quarter. Whatever, fine. He starts turning it on, I think, around here or maybe in the third quarter. I can't remember for certain, but again, you're still seeing these kind of erratic throws. Maybe just skip to the second half because we kind of know what's going on here.
We could just watch it.
Sure.
So they can't hear any audio
Yeah, and here's the interception.
in the second quarter.
It's on Stroud. It's not on the receiver. It's on Stroud. It's a bad throw. It's behind the guy. And bang, you see that? That's Chris Olave, by the way, the intended target. We know what he's about.
This is 2021.
This is 2021, correct. This will be his sophomore year. Justin Fields started when he was a true freshman, Stroud. And then Fields got drafted, and now Stroud took over.
He ran there.
Yeah,
I mean, it just wasn't nothing happened, but So okay, what people say, he's not slow.
He doesn't
look slow.
No.
He doesn't look slow. He looks very fit too. He doesn't look like a Big Ben. You know, not trying to say anything bad about Big, but he doesn't look like husky. Like he looks like he can move because he looks very fit.
Yeah, he'd probably be, if I were to put like a prototype like stamp on it, I'd call him like a mobile pocket passer, maybe. You know, he's a pocket passer, but he's a little mobile. He's not stiff. He's not like a Mac Jones, like a statue passer. He can move around a little bit. But yeah, keep in mind also, Ohio State ranked 4th in the country at this point. This is again for the week 1, whatever. And they're losing to Minnesota, right? I remember watching this game live, and again, this is CJ Stroud's first game. I'm thinking, all right, they just got Justin Fields, has produced him. Let's see what they can do now. And I remember watching the first half, and I was like, nah, this kid just does not have it. Not it. Gonna write him off. I'm not even gonna put him, like, you know, if I'm previewing the class, I'm not even gonna put him in the quarterback discussion. Like, it just looks bad. And then, you know, as this game went on, he started improving, and then we're gonna go in the next game soon. His first, you know, in my opinion, his first real, like, you know, big game. You know how evaluators say, I want to, you know, look at their big games with the competition, you know, where it means the most stakes and everything. See these players at their best. So we're gonna see some of that next. But I mean, as you can see, Ohio State's already flipped the lead. 4th quarter. Beautiful touch there. I mean, he's turning it on now for sure.
Defense is probably tired as heck.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just being, you know, observant. I look at the score. They're probably so tired right now.
Sure.
And this guy's throwing it everywhere. So they have to guard, they have to defend the entire field. Mm-hmm. So that I rewound it a bunch of times. That was when he took off. We saw his mobility. He wasn't super fast or nothing, but he got around. Then he threw a 35-yard air pass. That was a clean touchdown. They ended up winning this game.
And just keep in mind that you know, he does have Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and then the third guy he has is a guy that people respect enough to be in that conversation for the top receiver this year, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So all 3 of the receivers he's throwing to are, you know, legitimate NFL caliber receivers. And we've seen 2 of them already, you know, have successful rookie seasons at the pro level. Okay, so there's no volume, but is it Julie here in the comments?
We can probably fix it. We just got to go tab by tab.
Sure.
But they said they don't. This guy said he doesn't mind, but we'll have it on, and then we'll probably turn it down a little bit. So tell me if there's volume on this one. So CJ Stroud versus Michigan 2021. Is this like his next big game?
So what we just saw was his first game ever as a college football player. And then now what we're going to see is his first kind of rivalry game with, you know, there's some stakes on the line here, something to play for, right? It's not just like some random game against some, like, you know, small school. Oh, let's see CJ Stroud throw for 700 yards and 10 touchdowns. You know, let's see some, you know, like, this is Ohio State, Michigan. This is like Packers, Bears. This is like 49ers. You know, whatever your biggest rival. You have so many rivals at this point. I don't even know who your biggest rival is. But this is like, you know, one of those like Red Sox, Yankees type things where it's like even the fans care a lot. Like, you want to win this game. On top of that, I do think it's also later in the season, so we're going to see a little bit of improvement from Stroud. Last thing to say is that there is a little bit of inclement weather. Let's use that word, right? It's not the cleanest game in the weather, so you can see how he responds to those types of external.
What are we talking about? Little rain, wind too?
I think it's a rain, a little bit of snow. I think there's like a little bit of flurries. I don't know, something like that. It was cold. It was cold also.
It was cold. Mike Mattel says, finally some draft content. Yes, we're back, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Goompy, one of the big guys in the Discord. What do we call that? Friday office hours? I don't know. I forget the name, but where I hop on and talk to you guys on Discord audio call. Yo, Couch, I'm the guy who's a Panthers fan, had the kind of scummy commissioner. I ended up losing by 20 points in the championship, but had Mixon, and they didn't think it was close enough to split. Oh yeah, we had the debacle with
the whole
so this guy basically had a total, and it was, from what I remember, it was like $150 league too. Like, so it's no joke. Like, it was a real money league. And he just had a bunch of people like cheating. Well, he's like, I'll give you Cooper Kupp, you give me Robbie Anderson, like type of like BS.
Nah.
And then I was like, dude, I can hop on and tell them. He's like, they're just gonna like, I can't say the word, but they're just gonna bully me essentially. It's gonna be like, oh, you went and snitched. Like, they're the type of guys, they don't care, you know, like they don't take this seriously. Like, what's funny is like, I take it seriously as in like I have integrity. Like, it's supposed to be fun, but it's like, why are we doing this? Like, why do we like we're playing a game of poker, and then like if you lose, like you punch me in the mouth. Like, I don't want to be in that game. Like, we're friends. Like, we're supposed to eat chips, smoke cigars, and like play poker. Like, why would I want to be here if like you guys are like, you're someone who's like scamming me? You're supposed to be my friend or coworker. You're running a scam on me. Like, obviously, Robbie Anderson for Cooper Kupp is like
terrible. It's terrible.
Like, how's it supposed to happen? We're supposed to be friends, dude. Like, we're not actual enemies. Like, I'm not actually like trying to murder you and steal your woman and ride off into the sunset and live in your house. Like, we're supposed to have fun. It's just, people are so ridiculous. Like, so that's the thing. Like, you know, people go, oh, you take it too seriously. Like. No, bro. It's like it's fun because we take it seriously, yet we have respect. Like, it's a whole, that's like literally how you're supposed to live your life. You're not supposed to be like, hey, let me steal from my friends. Let me trick them. Let me deceive them. It's freaking stupid. But yeah, man. Second place. You know what? With this asterisk type season, whatever, take that. We all know they cheated. Like the trade, that wasn't the trade, but it was like on that type of ridiculous level.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it was a Jalen Waddle. That's what he's like. He got Jalen Waddle for like Robbie Anderson.
Bro, and that's even worse.
Running back.
That's even worse.
It was so, bro. It was so like, yeah, whatever. All right, let's not get CJ Stroud, Michigan. Weather's not great. Let's watch this. They should be able to hear the audio. Guys, let me know if you can hear the audio. We'll have the audio on kind of quiet medium.
For Ohio State.
Yeah, I can hear the audio now, so it's good.
Okay, so it's good.
Stroud to throw it. Steps up in the pocket to the sideline. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, but Stroud had Wolverines in his face. Colson getting into the backfield. 3rd and 9 at the 5. Stroud out of the gun. Throwing out of his own end zone.
Did you see that CJ Stroud ran a 40 at Pro Day?
No, I didn't see his Pro Day. I saw the.
No, I didn't see it. I meant like, did you know he ran the 40?
I did not. No. Was it a good 40?
Jackson Smith.
Let's see it.
With Olave Wilson and
the paywall. I'm getting the paywall, but it's 4.5. I'll just say that around there.
Oh wow, really? 4.50.
That's let's just say 4.6, huh? Because it's like impossible.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, 4
point. This other site is saying 4.64.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. I know the one that was trending from that one was his receiver who had a 4.48. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
What was that?
Oh, go back to that last pass real quick.
I did go back.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. That's basically what I'm talking about when he starts a game off cold, right? This is one of those fundamental passes. You got to hit him on the outside, get into the pylon. Late and behind. There you go.
That's a wobbly.
Probably, and it's to the inside
Yeah,
shoulder. You
it's
gotta
all
get the outside,
bad.
you know what I mean?
Bringing up a third down.
So it's all bad there. But again, you're going to see very soon. Magic Stroud. Not on this play, though. Not on this drive either. I think he gets sacked right here, which is incredible. Yeah, he gets sacked right here. You might know who that is.
Oh yeah, I see him. That was a great draft pick by the Lions.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That was a. I love how the Lions and Jets just knocked it out the park.
I know, right?
So-
The two lowly franchises.
They
I'm
did
happy for the
great.
Lions.
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
Yep.
Sack number 11.
God, they got this guy second overall. It's so easy, man.
For real,
It's
man.
T-ball. Like they just like, hey, here.
Yeah.
And he looks great in the NFL.
Now, I can tell this is JSN just based on that first move. He does a lot of that.
Can't wait to talk about this guy because everything I hear about him is different, which is
He is
crazy.
sensational, man. I think it's like a circus type of football player. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think Bob was telling me he's a Alpha X, and then I hear on NFL Network he's only a slot, and it's so.
Yeah, I think Bob actually thinks he's a slot too.
Now he changed it. Okay, he told me he's a long time ago. He told me he's an Alpha X.
Outside.
I guess now he's a
When he
slot.
played with Olave and Garrett Wilson, he played in the slot, and then those two guys left for the NFL. They were transitioning to put JSN outside, but then he got hurt, so we never saw that. So could be outside, could be slot only. I just think he's sensational. I can't wait to talk about him. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you know me, man. I like to know where they are.
Yeah.
More so for the not because one's better than the other. I like to know and see the fit and just know more about the guy. But I always say the good guys who get targets do better, and that's it. That's that.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Hollywood, we saw Hollywood Brown. Not saying he's great, but like we saw a huge leap, and he was just a Z undersized, crappy. Like I don't know about this guy, and he ended up being a real fantasy asset.
Yeah.
But we'll see a replay here, right?
Oh yeah,
Probably.
for sure.
Okay, they'll replay.
Good throw
it.
by Stroud. Stroud's heating up a little bit.
25 yards.
I don't know if Smooth is here, but he would hate to watch
No,
this.
they didn't re-show it. They didn't. We have to rewind it.
Mismatch here. Smith and Jigba against David Ojabo. That's a ball that he's going to get 100% of the time.
Oh, this is
Stroud knows
2
exactly
plays
where to go
ago.
with it. Stroud to the sideline.
Beautiful.
Is that good? That's a good throw.
Yeah.
Very contested, but you gotta hit him outside. You have to take that shot, right?
You gotta take that shot. You put it in a spot where your guy can get it. And I mean, he knows what Garrett Wilson's about. They practice together. So I mean, I like it. I like it.
And if it doesn't work, that's probably incomplete, right?
Exactly. You're not throwing
Yeah.
a pick. Right.
With 3:50 to go, here's the
Freaking Aiden. Who's the running back?
Oh, baby. So the running back is going to be available next year. He is spectacular. We talk about
he
that
is.
25% of workhorse running backs. This guy is one of those 25%.
So I got on here and talked about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Is this guy gonna be like what I thought Clyde Edwards-Helaire is gonna be?
Oh no, this guy's gonna be way better. This
No, I
guy's
meant like what I
closer
thought.
to
What I
Jonathan
thought
Taylor.
Clyde Edwards.
Oh, what
would
you
be.
thought?
Yeah.
It's possible.
That
Could be
guy's
next year,
a
though.
scrub now. He's
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
So I mean, again, you see first half Ohio State electric offense only putting up 10 points, right? Kind of the theme of what we're seeing with CJ Stroud. Slow start, and then kind of picks it up within a game.
Underneath, ball tip.
But you already do see a little bit of improvement from his first game, right? The first game there were so many erratic throws. Now at least you're seeing the incompletions are hitting the guys in his hands. We saw that one throw to Garrett Wilson where it's in such a spot where it can only be to his guy or an incompletion. Another good throw there to Chris Olave.
First down at the 35.
So it's all coming together.
Looking with time over the middle, caught. Jackson Smith and Jigba again finding a soft spot. Brad Hawkins with the stop. A pickup of 15.
What I love
That
is
offensive line doing a
everything.
heck of a job. Stroud
Like,
has
I
been
love
clean.
how he faked the ball to the running back.
Yeah.
Then he threw it. I love his throwing. Like, is the little, the little things. Like, even if when it's incomplete, like he's very smooth with it.
Go the corner, knocked down, incomplete.
He got hit there, huh?
I'll throw there. Yeah, exactly. I would just throw that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He jumped and could have been a pick.
Other than that, I remember talking about another quarterback I liked, Trey Lance, and how his mechanics were a little bit raw for the NFL. Stroud is a little bit kind of the opposite of that. I think his mechanics are very smooth, very sound. There's not a whole lot you need to fix in that. He's kind of ready to go. Similar to Mac Jones, right? But I think maybe Stroud could have a little bit more upside. We kind of thought Mac Jones is like a very pro-ready guy, super, kind of like not a high floor, so to speak, but like a safer quarterback, just not the largest upside play. I think you're getting something similar there with CJ Stroud. Maybe a little bit more upside with Stroud, though.
Yeah, Mac Jones sucked, but that was a lot because of they didn't have an OC and they didn't have any receivers, so don't hold that against Mac Jones too much.
It's a rough situation for anyone to succeed in.
This time in front of DJ Turner.
It's like clockwork, Gus. When Stroud has time, when he's clean and in rhythm, it's going to be a completion.
You know what I do when I watch running back film? I watch it at 1.25 speed.
Oh, yeah?
To save time. Because it's running, it's so different. Like, as long as you watch all the running backs at that speed,
then you can get a good feel.
It's the same. Sure. Yeah, it saves me time. And it's like, it's a running back. Like, I get to see everything.
Yeah.
A little different with these other positions. Like,
especially quarterback. Quarterback got to be slowed down a little bit.
There's so much. Yeah. And we're not like the alt 22. Like, it's not, I'm not talking about that deep of a dive. Like, just watching the broadcast, I just watch it at 1.25. It's good enough.
Yeah. Now, the commentator was saying a little bit ago that once Stroud is in a rhythm, he's just on. And, well, he was on a rhythm until Aiden Hutchinson comes and stops that.
And the Wolverines are bringing the pain.
Watches Ajabo as the first man there. This is the pressure.
We can go to the last game pretty soon once he starts turning it on again, because he will.
Now he's got to
go to his games.
Just tell me what to do. It's all good. We'll do whatever you want. I'll start looking for the next clip you got.
See, these are throws he would have missed early in his career. No doubt, Now he's making them. Third quarter. We'll start turning it on.
First down, and Stroud again, incomplete though. This Olave was open.
That wasn't a bad throw.
Good throw, yeah.
I mean, it could have been slightly better, maybe, but I think that was not a bad throw. I don't think.
Over the middle, and another completion. Hill with the tackle, but it's Smith in Jigba, and it's a gain of 7. Here's Stroud.
It's going.
Looking. And caught by Smith and Jigba.
See, another tight window throw. I'm not sure he makes that in his first day.
8 catches,
based on how erratic he was with wider open receivers.
Stroud steps up in the pocket, delivers to the sideline. Mayan Williams breaks a tackle. And finally, Josh Ross.
I was listening to a very small podcast, and then I was watching a little bit NFL Network. One of the big issues I have with that, what I was seeing was like they like everybody. I like this guy. I love this guy. They do go over some of the like worries, which is great, of course, the cons, but it's like you like everybody. I need someone to quantify something. I need a letter grade or a number grade, and I need people to not like everybody. Because it's like, why if you like everybody, what is this? What are we like? He's a little undersized. He's not the fastest guy. It's like that's all like, but you like everybody.
Yeah, not everyone's gonna pan out for sure.
The thing is, 70% of these guys are gonna be jokes. They're gonna be nothing in the NFL. Like in a few, that's just how it like. It's just how it is. Like, so I need like some kind of guess. Like I need, maybe don't dislike 70% of them, but it's like I need something. I need something more to go off of.
Another brilliant pass from Stroud.
Insane catch. Insane catch.
That's what JSN brings to the table, too.
What specifically?
That type of freak show, circus type of plays. As a route runner, as a catcher, he's just a circus. We're going to go over his tape. It's going to be very fun. Let's throw it away.
I mean, it's watching this. You got JSN and Aiden Hutchinson. This is great film on them too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't help
It's
it.
multiple.
It's like this is. I mean, you see two superstars right there, other than Stroud. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't
good,
stop
right?
this
Number
guy. They can't stop JSN. Like, you can't stop
Keep in
him.
mind, Michigan's defense, I mean, this is not a joke defense. This is the number 2 versus number 5 team in the country. And Michigan was known for their defense.
If we chart it, is he catching it he's catching it everywhere, right? He's not, JSN's not just over the middle this game.
He's catching
everywhere. Short, medium, sideline, middle, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you gotta like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like no matter, as long as you have a competent coach, I think he'll be good on any team. I like that.
So there you go. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about.
I would have probably threw it a little bit. I probably would have threw it a little bit more ahead, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, sure, man. Come on.
It's just what I would have done. Yeah, but it's still good.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that Stroud, the layered throws. I talked about that with Trevor Lawrence, putting the air under it, the touch, that type of stuff. Stroud's very nice.
Oh, he fell on it. Cam Newton didn't do that in the Super Bowl.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
Plus, he's better than Cam.
All
He's
right.
one of the guys that's better than Cam right now.
All right, so Stroud over AR immediately, right?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. But yes, but I mean, I'm just saying he's better than Cam. We haven't got that deep yet, but
We'll get there.
yeah.
Fourth down play. I forgot what happens here, actually.
Now, my question is, like, what's crazy is I don't know who to draft 1.01.
1.01. Ooh, actually. Okay.
Oh, here's another thing, actually. Let me just be more specific, because we're going to probably discuss that, like, all day, you know.
Yeah.
But I have the 1.01 and 1.02.
Okay.
So you don't just say Bijan, because I could take Bijan at 1 or 2.
101.
So I need a quarterback. So that's what I'm saying. I have to draft, or I could take JSN, I guess.
You'd want a quarterback. I get what you mean.
Yeah, I'd want a quarter. I need a quarter. It's a rebuilding team.
Oh.
It's in the league I'm in with you.
Hold on. Can we rewind that?
Yeah.
Can we rewind that? I've never seen this one. I don't remember this play at all.
Oh, it's the one after this.
One after this.
Second down and 10. Stroud.
I am interested. See, this is what he did against Georgia, man.
That's very mobile. You could tell he's not sprinting. He looks very mobile. So, I mean, let's just say he's 40 times 4.64, because I've seen everything from 4.5 to 4.7. 4.64.
4.64 seems the most realistic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
That's like Mahomes.
Yeah.
Speed.
That's from some of these tight ends, you know.
Yeah, that's like Mahomes is that's like Mahomes speed, I think.
Third down and 20 yards to
It's good enough. It'll work. It'll pass in the NFL. It'll go in the NFL.
Or like a young Aaron Rodgers, perhaps. What was Aaron Rodgers 40 time? I think that's like 4.7. Let me see.
I can look that up right now.
4.71. Yeah, I mean, he can do anything as far as mobility as a young Aaron Rodgers could, which is, I mean, I think I might have to go Stroud. I'm also worried on.
Well, let's watch Bryce. Let's and analyze Stroud a little more, and then let's start watching Bryce, and then after that, you can start making your decision and thinking a little bit.
I'm worried about the Panthers though if he goes to the Panthers, but I'll probably be more worried about the Texans because I know they'll screw it up.
Yeah, neither is an ideal spot, to be honest with you.
But the Texans scare me more. I feel like they're
to be
just.
fair, though, to be fair, Jacksonville, Chicago, not great landing spots either. Look what their quarterbacks are doing. So if the talent is there, forget about all else, you know? Maybe it could be good enough.
I don't know about that, but I mean, you're saying it could happen. I'm also
happen,
saying
yeah.
they could screw it up too. Look at the Jets. I mean, they with Adam Gase. It don't matter who they drafted, they would have screwed that up.
That's true. I mean, even though he gets sacked right here, you can still see he's got that. He's got some wheels to move around. You know,
From the 33.
it's not like a Mac Jones just taking. See, I mean, look at this. That's a mobile quarterback
He
type
did
of
a
move.
quick Tony Romo type of move right there.
Yeah.
Very, very quick. Very.
Yeah.
Like he reloaded like super fast. Was ready to go.
Yep.
All right, we just basically watched the whole game.
Yeah.
We're doing this now on the channel.
And again, he's going to be, well, at least for me, for a while, I was scrutinizing him on that game because that was his first, kind of big moment against a big team. Ohio State, Michigan, how does he do? They did lose the game, but he looked off in the beginning, kind of sharpened up near the end. Here is the Rose Bowl. This is going to be the end of 2021, and you're going to see pretty much a night and day difference, Couch. Now we're talking, he is just out of the gate. Ball just looks amazing. You can see the title of the video here. CJ Stroud breaks records in the Rose Bowl, 570 passing yards, 6 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
And this is against a quality opponent. This is not one of those games where it's like, oh, he just went off against a scrub team. Like, no, this is against a talented Utah Utes team in the Rose Bowl with stakes on the line. This is a bowl game. This is a legitimate bowl game.
Is this Joe Burrow-esque? Because these numbers, that's what.
Oh, yeah. This is
Joe Burrow-esque.
How about this? We watch it and then we come back to that question.
Good job of adjusting to the skill set of his quarterback, whether it's Haskins or Fields or what he has this year.
And right away.
Doing what he loves to do. It's a beautiful downfield throw. He just
wastes no time, basically.
How many air yards was that? Look, 30 plus. It looked like.
For sure.
Stroud wants to throw for it. The downfield.
Oh my God!
Right?
Marvin Harrison.
I mean, this is the masterpiece.
These wide receivers are destroying this team.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Marvin Harrison Jr.
So in this game, Garrett Wilson and Olave had declared for the draft. They had opted to not play in this game. Now you have their new guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Egbuka playing it.
But the JSN and Marvin Harrison Jr. are pretty good though, right?
Oh yeah.
That's great how your backups are.
That could be an upgrade.
Yeah, your backups are like, hey, we're NFL ready too. Like,
yeah.
First round draft picks. It's still day.
This is the video that's going to get you crazy in love with Stroud as a passer. And then when you watch the Georgia one, you're going to be like, wow, I'm sold on this kid as far as rushing mobility. For fantasy football, I think he can provide for him. That's probably what's going to happen these next two clips.
And watch what they end up going to here. They end up going with a too high safety look, which opens up a nice throwing lane behind those linebackers.
Yeah, keep that play in mind, the too high safety look. When we get into Anthony Richardson, he kind of struggles with kind of like when they set up for cover 1, cover 3, and then they shift to 2-man. He kind of struggles with that. While Stroud identified with quick.
Weaving his way, they finally truck him at the 20-yard line. Mekhi Bernard saved the touchdown.
Number 11 again.
Take it to Anderson. Stroud surveys, throws the end zone. Easy pitch and catch.
I mean, what are you thinking here? CJ Stroud, right?
This is amazing. I'm still watching. I mean, it's obviously good. I mean, I'm also seeing really good wide receivers. They look like they're just torching these guys. I'm seeing great play calls too, great schemes, and CJ Stroud executing well.
I mean, that's a good throw right there. It's a tight window throw.
Yeah, and he doesn't. I mean, he gets it out like it's. I mean, he's not like no wasted motion, no wasted thinking. It's quick.
Quick throw.
Still alive, stiff arm, and a record-breaking afternoon gets even more impressive for number 11. Touchdowns 4 different times tonight. Play fake, flip it in the hat, and the catch is made. He literally used Mitch Rossi, knocked down hard, but they.
I don't know who that was, but that's a big boy catching the football.
Yeah.
Throws end zone, catch made. Marvin Harrison.
That's very impressive. Red zone.
The whole game is basically just gaudy stuff like this, where he's throwing it, chucking it, a lot of air yards.
It's definitely the same quarterback I saw before. It's just there's no struggles in this game though. It's just it's all clicking. It's all from beginning to end.
And that's kind of
oh my god, now that's killer. Okay, so that was insane.
Yeah, now we're talking, dude.
Now he's just let it rip. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that was what did we just witness?
We witnessed another JSN experience.
What was it? No, just pretend we have audio listeners. What do we just witness? Describe this to them. Audio for the audio listeners.
Late in the game, Rose Bowl tied up at 38. Stroud launches probably 40 plus yards to the corner of the end zone, only in a spot where just his receiver can get it for the touchdown, late lead in the game.
Corner couldn't do anything about that, no matter what. Yeah, it's too good.
I mean, that's the only place where you can put the ball, really,
That's it.
And it's very fitting that that's the final play of this highlight,
Wow. Oh, that
that
was a dime. Right? Yeah, that was. I like what you said. The he floats it a little bit. It's not all like all power, all like he changes it and he understands that. It's like that drill in Madden. It's like my hardest drill to complete with they have these rings.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, you got to throw a lob, you got to throw a medium, you got to throw a bullet, and it's like let me just throw it how I want, you jerk. But now he understands that he's getting it through the rings, and that just makes it perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Next we have.
We have queued up next.
Let's use this for if you want to bring up our Discord.
Oh yeah.
So we got 2 minutes. It's getting out of hand now. Stroud's last game, and then this is the next link right here. Let me cue it up. Let me mute it.
First 45. I think this is the first take clip with Mel Kiper.
ESPN.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mel Kiper basically in 30 seconds puts to words what happened with CJ Stroud and why he became, from that kind of guy who struggled early on to someone who blossomed into a potential first-round pick and a very polished passer. 2 words.
Just watching the first 50 seconds.
First 50 seconds, yeah.
Okay, we'll blast the volume on this.
Sure.
Mel, what'd you think? What'd you think of Stroud's performance? Talk to us.
Impressed, Molly and Stephen A. I think he's in a zone right now. He has been since the Georgia game. He carried that to the combine workout into his pro day. He, like I say, he's just feels it. You can see it. He has that it factor going right now. He's spinning it like no other. He's accurate to all levels. He just looks so confident, supremely confident. And I think when you watched the reaction of Frank Reich and the Carolina Panther organization and what was happening after that workout and the conversations, it looks like one big happy family, didn't it? So, again, it's going to be tough for Bryce Young and Will Levis and Anthony Richardson to top what C.J. Stroud did in terms of those 3 different venues, a game situation against Georgia, the combine, and now the pro day. You're talking about nailing it. C.J. Stroud did.
All right, so
why did we just watch this?
Yeah, so
I won't
basically,
listen to this guy. Let me listen to you.
Sure,
yeah.
Sure. So he basically says in summary, he's like, look, CJ Stroud has been on since the Georgia game. He is on fire. Forget about red hot. He is white hot. No one can stop this guy. And the reason why is because of supreme confidence. That's, in my opinion, that's what he's got going for him. That's why he's improved week to week, within games, year to year. And I think that's why when we see him in the NFL, a little bit different from Mac Jones, where Mac Jones, we kind of saw that NFL-ready guy, and we may have seen his potential ceiling. I'm not saying Mac Jones will just never get there again and become worse and worse and worse. I'm just saying that's probably close to the best we're going to get with Mac Jones. CJ Stroud, I think he gets to the NFL, he can still ascend, get better, become more confident with his new set of teammates, et cetera, et cetera. He did mention that confidence started since the Georgia game, okay? That's the one game we have not seen yet. This is the one where he has a little bit of mobility. It kind of busted the narrative of CJ Stroud cannot run with the football, right? He kind of changed the narrative there. This is I think it was a CFP game, pretty sure. If not, it was to get to the CFP playoff positioning or something like that. CJ Stroud versus
stats here. 12 rushes, 34 yards.
Yeah. Again, nothing insane, but for a guy who had the kind of thing where
Their
you
running
can't know
game
what
is depleted. We'll detail
to
that.
prove guys wrong a little bit.
Begin the game, and Stroud has a clean pocket and finds his top target, Marvin.
Ohio State has to run some to make Georgia aware of it.
Now, I don't think you're going to see a single play where you think Stroud is bad. Every single play here is pretty good. I mean, even on that misfire, he's still throwing it in a spot where only his receiver can get it as he goes on the outside hitch.
Could have been a little miscommunication too, because the guy stood there, and he may have thought he wanted to be at a different spot.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this Georgia defensive line is nasty, so you're going to see a lot of that. But that has nothing to do with C.J. Stroud being a bad player.
Great throw. I love the velocity.
Yep.
He's the best thrower. Best thrower in the draft. I mean, that's right.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud, best thrower of the football in the draft.
Xavier Johnson, a receiver, lines up in the backfield. They fake it to him, and Stroud.
Man, I love the footwork. I love it. It's so clean, dude. So clean.
Yeah, I'm liking this guy a lot more, and he's labeled as a pocket passer, which is accurate, but it's like I just need a little mobility. I'm just saying, like, can he be the same mobility and rushing as Andrew Luck, young Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes? And I think is yes. Like, I mean, it's great that he can pass it. He can do it in the pocket. He doesn't end up like Malik Willis, who can't throw the ball. I mean, I'd rather have guys who can throw.
Right.
What do we just witness here on this play?
So he's rolling out, finds his man deep. Let's see it again. Rolls out, directs traffic. Doesn't even have his feet set. Skinny window.
Looks like a short pass, but it's a long pass, which is crazy. This is like to him, it just is like when we say a layup, right? We say it's like it looks like a screen pass, but he just threw a 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah, when people say like the guy can just flick the football, that's what they say. You know, it looks like that. Just looks so effortless to get down the field.
That's what I like about Aaron Rodgers. When he throws the ball 40 yards, it looks like he's throwing it 5 yards. It's crazy.
Yeah. Makes it look easy.
That was not a great throw, but
no,
it got
a little
it
high.
a little high.
His receiver is short too. His receiver is short. Like,
Oh, the running back's a short guy?
That was the slot receiver who caught that one.
Oh.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind, Marvin Harrison is what people consider to be a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson type. So he does have one of those he's throwing to. We'll talk about these receivers more in a year from now. These guys are all the 2024 players now.
Yeah.
Because he can win those one-on-one matchups, especially with that outside. Not impressed by anything he's seen so far.
Waiting for one of those plays where the carries happen, and then you can kind of assess even more. It still looks good though, man.
I was right about to bring up your comments, but we got nothing else to do. It's fine if you unsubscribe. What's my favorite football team? I think you want to ask 49ers. Andrew Luck once signed my leg cast at Disneyland. That's great.
That's kind of dope.
Georgia's center is playing like garbage here. I was wondering if this guy meant the defensive tackle or nose tackle. I doubt it, but probably just a random comment. Probably actually talking about the center. We're watching C.J. Stroud here.
Yeah. You can look at Jalen Carter if you want. He's in this game somewhere. But too much stuff. I'd rather just focus on one thing.
I wonder if he meant that. But I mean, probably not. But I wonder if he meant that would have made more sense.
Well, if he's saying Georgia center, because we're not watching Georgia on offense.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I think there's a small chance he's talking about Jalen Carter, but probably not. He's probably talking about the center. Could be a Georgia fan.
Good escapability there. I mean, lots of stuff to like, just from the eye test, lots of stuff. Feels the pressure, boom, escapes, steps up, delivers on the money. Very nice.
Now they bring in tailback Chip Trainum, who was a linebacker until a shift.
This game is really mostly used, in my opinion, for this stuff. Well, nope, not yet. Not yet. We'll see it. I'm waiting for the plays where he starts running, getting the rushing yards, because that's really what this game to me is about. By this time, I was already sold on him as a passer, so this kind of just solidified my biases that he's a good passer,
Absolutely. We just saw this before.
You just got a bigger sample size with this game.
Yeah. And again, I mean, he's not getting rushing yards on that play, but you still see he's moving around, mobile.
And a little stronger, too. Across the middle, and that one's incomplete. That was still in 3rd and 7. Here comes the noise.
The top recommended video is Anthony Richardson's film as a magical disaster by that franchise guy.
Yeah, we got that queued up.
Oh, we did. We got it queued up. Okay, we'll watch
Yeah.
that later. Okay,
that's
we'll
the best one for me.
Oh wow, a magical disaster.
Magical disaster, dude.
Yeah, that's
so
why I'm
up and down.
scared. Like, who do I
Yeah.
draft? But I think I'm gonna go with this guy. But we'll see. I have time.
Like I said, I mean, we're watching CJ Stroud first because for me he's my quarterback one. We're gonna watch Bryce Young next, but I'm gonna kind of focus on Bryce Young in the lens of why he's not my quarterback one, because I think both of these two guys are great, but I gotta pick one, and I've picked CJ Stroud for now.
Across the middle, Labuka in full stride there.
Matched up one-on-one with space.
Bryce Young has got a lot of stuff going for him, though.
Especially when the ball gets out that quickly and he gets separation.
His 4th catch of the first half. Stroud steps up and delivers. That's Julian Fleming.
We can watch a couple more of these and then move on. Once we get the point that he's, can escape, can use his legs a little bit more than a typical Mac Jones type. Look at his pass, though. My goodness. Beautiful.
They're concerned about the receivers, so they have 2 safeties back here, right? Well, look in the middle, the matchup that Ohio State creates here with Xavier Johnson. It's exactly what they want, one-on-one against the middle linebacker. And instead of just kind of pulling up underneath, he goes right by Jamon Dumas-Johnson. And how about that layered throw? Just kind of a soft touch. Knew the safety had split, and he knew that he had separation to be able to get the ball to Johnson behind that middle backer.
We talked about Stetson
Yeah,
on the
perfect dot.
Johnson was an ex-walk-on. They finally got
How many
Over
yards
the
was
first
that?
two defenders
That's-
And in the portal
are about 25, 30.
Yeah, that was what it was.
Serious pain. Takes a lot to keep Stover out, but they have to do without their tight end.
It's a layered type throw we were talking about earlier.
Deep drop, looking downfield, launches for
Good protection, good throw.
back to the football. It was under.
Rossi's in there to help out. He's here. He works up and
Is that underthrow? They were saying it is underthrow.
He was gonna say underthrow, but I mean, he probably underthrew it by not
That's okay to
really.
me.
Yeah,
Okay to me.
because there are 2 guys on him, so I think it's there is a safety on him.
Launch again, and it's a
You like the fact that he's throwing it deep every time, There's no longer
Yeah.
these like jump off screens like it was early on in his career. Like they've unleashed CJ Stroud because he's shown that he deserves to be.
Yeah, well, I was very critical on Dwayne Haskins, RIP. Now, did he play for this Ohio State?
I think so, right?
Dwayne
Haskins,
I
Ohio
think
State?
I
I
don't
think
know
so.
this. I mix it up. So yeah, that's what all his yards were. It was just all great scheming, all to the running back. And I mean, I saw like no throws from Dwayne Haskins, and that's why I was very wary of him and was telling people like don't hate on the Daniel Jones pick too much. And I mean, turns out, I mean, Dwayne Haskins was bad on and off the field, and Daniel Jones was the better draft pick.
protection holds up, delivers down the field.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's in his hands, though.
That was close. He barely missed on this throw.
But the ball just a little bit
barely
too
missed. A little
high.
high. Yep.
Yeah.
Johnson and Rossi flanking Stroud. He backpedals. It's flushed again. And one more time outside the pocket.
See, I mean, this is the type of stuff that I like to see at least. You know, I know it's not getting completed, but I like this type of the mentality is there to just push it down the field a little bit. You know?
Yeah, you have to be able to take shots down the field to be successful in the NFL.
There's a little bit of running. Let's go back and look at this one.
Yeah, that's a 10-yard, I think, first down or 11 yards, whatever it was. Very nice.
So clearly he's pass first. Sees a way to, kind of wash out and sees a lane.
See, what's really impressive is we saw it when the Tony Romo type of move. So his first step is always great.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good as a young Aaron Rodgers when extending the play, but it's still really good. But the first step right here, whenever there's a defensive lineman and then
he flushes out.
Yeah, he flushes out. It's very fast.
Yeah.
Like
it's smooth. It's quick.
It's very quick. Yeah, and that's great. That means he can get out there and then he can complete a 40-yard pass after, or try to.
So I think this pretty much busts the narrative that he can't run with the football.
Yeah, he just doesn't run a lot, and he's probably not going to get a lot of rushing yards in the NFL. We got that.
Yeah.
Just not quite the same rhythm and timing.
I think we can move on to the next one because everything else is just
okay. We have a dynasty video.
Okay,
is that it?
I believe so. Let's see where we're at.
Feel like I queued up the right one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the 2 minute. I think I forgot to relink it to you. Let's go to the 2 minute mark.
Dynasty football.
And he talks about 3 qualities of why.
Call of Duty.
Basically, this video is one guy is saying why Bryce Young should be the pick. One guy is saying why CJ Stroud should be the pick, and they kind of build their case. And right now, the guy on the right, he's talking about CJ Stroud. He's kind of cheesy with it. He says he likes 3 C's of a quarterback. I mean, okay, fine, whatever. You can word it however you want to, but what he's actually saying does have some merit. So let's go ahead and roll this clip and let's see what he has to say about CJ Stroud and why you should take him to fantasy ahead of Bryce Young.
With friends, you play teams of 4 and you go in, right? It's either Call of Duty or Fortnite. And I have these 3 things that I kind of say to the boys before we go in and be like, all right, boys, we just need to lock in, and here are the 3 C's. C number 1, composure. This is for CJ Stroud, right? Composure, aka poise in the pocket.
A little cheesy, but fine.
The composure from CJ and big.
We can hit the 1.25 on this.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's cool, calm, collective. He's not rattled by the rush, in my opinion. Mind you, this is all my opinion, and the things that I've seen in my scouting process. What I believe people don't see with CJ, which I believe they kind of knock him for, is that when he's poised in the pocket, he stays in the pocket, but he doesn't run out. That's because he's always keeping his eyes downfield, right? And we'll get to the legs a little bit later, right?
Why? I'm trying not to say Aaron Rodgers every 5 seconds.
I think that was probably what
but this is like all I think
very
about.
Similar, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, very similar.
Every stage in the moment is not too big for CJ. Whether it's just a regular game, whether it's the college playoffs, I think the biggest. I think if there was one game that says who is CJ Stroud as a quarterback prospect, that's the Georgia game. It don't matter about any of the other games, in my opinion. Go watch that Georgia game. That is who CJ Stroud is. That's the type of quarterback he can be, right?
I'd agree with that.
That's something every NFL team needs: composure. Number 2. So the first C is composure, aka poise in the NFL fantasy football terms. Number 2, clutch, which is ball placement, aka ball placement. CJ's accuracy is fantastic. He's hitting his wide receiver with strides, giving him the ability to make big time plays, throwing with anticipation, throwing the ball with precision, threading the needle when he needs to. He can drop the ball in tight windows, protecting his wide receivers, beating the defender at any point in time, wherever he is in the pocket, whether he's in the pocket or outside the pocket. He is 7th in big time plays amongst quarterbacks, according to PFF, a college quarterbacks. Big time throws. So if you don't know what big time throw is, and this is the definition on PFF, a pass with excellent ball location and timing, generally thrown further down the field and or in a tight window, meaning he is making the hard throws. He is 7th in big time throws in college quarterbacks amongst PFF. According to PFF. Versus Bryce Young, because we're talking about CJ or Bryce Young. Bryce Young is 23rd. Okay,
that's
so
a big
CJ 7,
there.
Bryce
big time throws.
So you have one. The first C is composure, aka poise. The second one is clutch, aka ball placement. And the third one is comms. So we need to have comms when we're on the field. We need to keep the comms clean, right? We need to make sure everyone knows what's happening, which is the processing.
It's probably
of
the
play,
problem with
okay?
Malik
The ability to
Willis
read
was
defenses, identifying
all the
leverages,
throws
right? This is
came
something that
because of
CJ
his
is
athleticism,
exceptional in my opinion, setting up the protection,
not
knowing where
because
the
he's
blitz is going to be coming
actually,
from, going
you
left
know,
and
a
right. The
good
ability to change
passer,
the play at the
knows
line
what
of
he's
scrimmage
doing.
as a signal caller, and that's exactly what everyone
This
does
is the
in the
third
NFL
team
right
gets
here, right
into
now,
this
right? I mean, we saw that with Joe
cerebralness
Burrow,
and
Patrick Mahomes,
the
everyone,
IQ
all the
and all
elite
that
people
stuff.
do it, right? And the limited times that he does move outside the pocket, he's directing traffic. And when you see those plays where
We
he's
saw that a
once again
couple
going
times.
outside, go watch the Georgia game. You see him. He's telling Marvin Harrison, yo, come this way, go that way. He's directing traffic, right? He's doing those things outside the pocket. So that's the comms, the processing, and the all-field leadership. I mean, we can read it and read about it. Read all about it. We won't know until we actually see it in the actual NFL game. But apparently, a fantastic off-the-field leadership, right? So we have the 3 C's. When you go into a game, a Call of Duty game, when you come in as a quarterback, and the prospects and the things that I want to see are the 3 C's, which, in my opinion, CJ has: composure,
That's pretty much what we need to
clutch,
see.
comms, right? So you're about to rock up. We rocking with you.
So he's a little cheesy with it. He calls it the 3 C's, but for the most part, it's what he's saying is accurate, right? He's got the composure, he's got the skills, all the other stuff he's saying. I'm kind of reading your comment as I'm speaking.
Make sure I, show support, hit the thumbs up,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go Bryce.
For sure.
They'll probably claim our video. It's fine.
No, I watch them. They're cool.
That's fine. This video is gonna. I'm just joking. Like, this video is gonna get claimed left and right. You watch like 10 broadcasts.
Right.
Yeah,
That's true, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. We don't. We're just chilling, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
we have
basically his take. I thought that was a really nice way to word what we just saw on film. Directing traffic and all that stuff. It was all there. All the stuff he's mentioning is all in there.
Yeah. So the next one we got is Josh McCown.
This one's a longer video. I don't know if you want to sit here and watch the whole thing.
Let's just watch a little bit. What about that viral clip though? I didn't want to show that. You know,
which one?
The one Mike texted us. Josh McCown telling like you're gonna live in Carolina, and it seemed really genuine. Like, I really, me, I think everything's a lie, especially during this time, but it seemed very genuine. Unless he diabolically planned it, but it's like I don't think like he's that motivated like to trick CJ's. Like, it's too much. They already have the number 1 pick. They're not getting out of it. We know they're drafting a quarterback, and he told CJ Stroud like he's gonna beat him in horse. Let's just watch that.
All right, for sure.
It's definitely.
For those who are interested, though, if you want to watch the whole Josh McCown thing, it's definitely worth watching, worth listening to. He's got one on Bryce Young
is the world's.
He's the guy who's going to be in the seat making the final decision, right? Not us. We can just talk all we want about these guys, but Josh McCown is going to be at the table when it's all said and done. So, hearing his thoughts on both CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, definitely worth listening to at some point if you have not done so already.
Watch this. You think you saw this and you don't remember, or you think
I saw the whole thing?
No, I'm talking about the viral clip.
I don't remember it.
Okay. I would. Is the thing. The weird thing is, I mean, you're a different type of guy. You'd rather look at this, but I feel like you would have remembered it if you saw it. I don't think you saw it. I think you might have missed it.
Maybe missed it.
It's a big deal. Like, and so Mike's funny because he sends me all this crap. I believe none of it. This is the time of most lies. Like, I don't believe anything. I saw this
smokescreen season. Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah, smokescreen season. I saw this and I believe it. It could be a lie, but I just don't think it's a lie.
Okay, let's see this. I don't think I've seen this.
All right. So hopefully the audio, you can hear it.
Is it rolling? mean, I see the quote though. Maybe when you live in Charlotte, we'll find a court. So I mean,
So something about playing
that-
horse. He said there's a court right here. CJ Stroud's probably like a freakishly competitive guy. He has to like challenge somebody to horse immediately.
Yeah.
And then Josh McCown responds like, "Oh, like we'll play." He's like, "Maybe when you move to Carolina." But there's like no laughing, and it's like, so, like you know what I mean? Like it's not like,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
even if they laugh, like I'd still believe. But it's like it just
It's
seems
more of a
casual.
genuine moment.
Like,
interesting. Okay. I've never seen this. Then I'm very curious.
here it is.
Very curious.
I mean, it's with it, just knowing everything we know, I'd say it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
The betting odds.
Yeah,
We're looking
I'd
at
say that.
QBs. Like they moved up to number one. They traded everything. We all know when you trade up to number one, and they did in this case, you got to give up like everything. And it's hard to imagine that it would be someone like AR, even though it's possible. All right.
True.
And so you did not see that. So
No, I did not.
yeah, that's
That's
pretty
new to me.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are we watching here?
So this is Josh McCown. He's the Panthers quarterback coach. And I mean, for this one, just kind of look at this is more of like a, kind of forget about what he's saying. I mean, what he's saying also has value too. He knows a lot about the position, but look at how he's saying it, right? Because he's in that position where he's going to make one of these decisions. So I'm always curious to see, like, hey, is he excited about talking about CJ Stroud? Is he talking about CJ Stroud as more like a developmental guy? And from my account and my opinion, he seems pretty excited about the young man. So,
Where do we start the video? At 0?
I guess maybe like a couple minutes in. I think after once he comes in, you'll see. Yeah.
Oh, once this guy leaves?
Once this dude leaves, yeah.
This is abnormal, right? So he's the quarterback coach.
This is abnormal
of
correct.
the Panthers.
This is not the norm. Yeah.
Yeah, like
not at all.
And he's doing like a Baldy breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, but pretty long. So
right. And the difference with Baldy is that he does it now, not coaching, not in the league, not as a part of the team.
He's on NFL Network, and he does it on his own Twitter. Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean it's like
McCown is a part of a team right now. Like he's actively on the Panthers.
He's a QB coach. He's not even like just a trainer. And like I mean, it's obviously he's heavily consulted in this pick. Like it's just okay.
224 on his own 25-yard line. So Josh McCown, talk us through this.
Okay, we got to go to normal speed before I get canceled.
So basically the setup is this guy will show a play, ask a question, kind of talk it through, and then Josh McCown from his own experiences kind of breaks down the play, breaks down what he sees, what he likes, what he doesn't like, et cetera, et cetera. And, obviously he played the quarterback position at a high level in the NFL, so he kind of knows what he's talking about.
Oh, okay, this is a little bit more normal. So I thought like McCown just did this all on his like. Okay, this is a little bit. It's like a nuance, but it's still interview format. But
yeah,
okay. At least I'm just saying. I just thought this was like Josh McCown like did this whole thing on his own, and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, okay, I got you. Yeah. This is good though. It's smart. He did an interview, but like he basically was like, look, you're gonna break this down. Like,
right, exactly.
The interview is just a facade. It's actually him just breaking down CJ Stroud.
Right, exactly.
What he's seeing, even from the jump before even taking the field, what's his mindset here?
I love this. It's a critical moment. Okay. It's part of playing quarterback. We talk about it all the time on scheme. You talked about it last week. The money down is third down and 2 minute. That's where you get paid, right? That's why you draft guys, is because you want to see them perform in those moments. So here we are, 2 minute drill right before the half. And really the thought process is, let me get the ball rolling. Okay, let's put the ball in play. It's 1:44. I've got time to get down there. In the half, in the first half, I don't have to have 7. I would love to have 7, but the main thing is I want to get points. So we want to protect the football, not give it back to them, and give them an opportunity to gain momentum, but also move the football forward, put the ball in play. And they do a great job, not only CJ understanding the moment, understanding the situation, but also the coaches and getting him started. So I thought this was fantastic. We'll go right to it. And so the coaches do a great job of helping him get started. You just want to get the ball in play in 2-minute drill, all right, and get that first completion. Now we're rolling. And so they start out in a 3-by-1 set, and you see them, they shift the back
This
up
is what I
top.
was talking about earlier.
Okay, they shift the back up top. CJ's collecting information, and then nice and easy, they just come back and run a receiver screen, what we call a receiver screen. They're running it with the running back, but now the ball is rolling, okay? You know, positive play to start the 2-minute drill. But the next play is what I want to focus on, okay? The next play. So here's what they're thinking. Here's what he was hoping to get, all right? They're a classic 2-minute combination up top where you have Marvin Harrison Jr. trying to run this what we call on the West Coast like a circus route or this bench route, and then you got this option route, and then you're bringing people to CJ's eyes. So it's a well-constructed play. They're bringing people to his eyes. So now you have the drag coming over to him, and what you want to see from CJ is playing fast and getting through the reads. And so immediately, Josh, you see the contact here. We probably could have got a little bit of our defensive coaches will say that's good coverage. Our offensive guys will say, hey, that's PI. so it depends on who you ask. But right there, Marvin's getting grabbed, okay? And that's obviously the first option because we're trying to get the ball to the sideline. We would love to get the ball to the sideline, catch, get out of bounds. The beautiful thing about college is that clock's going to stop on a first down as opposed to the pros where that clock's going to keep running. But what I love what CJ did here is he didn't waste time, okay? My number one option got held up. He didn't, bad quarterbacks are going to freak out. They're going to move out of the pocket. There's just poise here. He's going, okay, my 1 and 1A are not open. So now where's number 2 in the progression? His eyes come down. You see the gentle reset of his feet. Great job by the receiver of navigating the referee there. And so now we're 2 for 2 in a 2-minute drive. I love when you can watch the hitches.
So, right
when
away
we talk about a hitch is when you see a quarterback go back.
And being able to identify, the receivers that are getting open, coming off the first read, reading the full play, full defense. That stuff that we didn't really talk about with Justin Fields. I mean, I never said that Justin Fields could not read defense. I wasn't in that camp, but I also did not say that he was a, prolific. I never said that was a strength. Never believed that was a strength for Justin Fields, whereas clearly Josh McCown is leading off with CJ Stroud reading the defense, what's in front of him. So, the IQ is there to succeed at the next level, at least in Josh McCown's eyes. Josh McCown believes from this play, CJ Stroud has those tools to not have a huge – there's going to be a learning curve. There always is. But it's not going to be as significant as a guy like maybe Anthony Richardson or some other raw prospects that we've seen. So, that's pretty much the gist of this.
Back and he bounces. You would call it bounces, or if you.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good point, though. Oh, yeah. JT O'Sullivan, friend of the show, right?
Oh yeah.
We got him on. We got him on.
Yes, sir.
Our virtual draft during the pandemic.
Yeah. Okay. Now I think we're shifting into Bryce Young a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, we're on Bryce Young now.
So let's summarize for Stroud. A lot to like. Great passer. Mobility. He checks the boxes. We're not sitting here and telling you he's gonna be the next Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson as far as a running quarterback. But he's got some wheels to him. He's mobile. He can move around a little bit. Now for Bryce Young, JT O'Sullivan in the first minute or so of this video is basically going to go over the single reason why you should be considering Bryce Young over CJ Stroud.
Gotcha. And by the way, this is we're not even going to watch this Pat McAfee clip from his YouTube channel. Panthers leak, they are 100% drafting CJ Stroud after his pro day ? Exclamation point. So
interesting. Okay, so
that video, it's so, if they do, I'd honestly be just so mad at the world.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? Like, you're gonna lie to CJ Stroud and deceive him and deceive the world? What are the pros? For what? Is it really worth just looking like a jerk and just being that guy when you have the first overall pick? There's no.
Unless they actually really want to sell it and move it down to 3 or 4. Which is like
That-
terrible, you know. That'd be a terrible move.
if you were NFL, because I mean, I know you do that type of stuff in fake football, in our
fantasy
dynasty
football,
leagues.
yeah, dude, come
Would
on,
you,
not in this
if
stuff.
you were a GM,
No,
would you do something so bold and wild like that?
no,
That's
absolutely
too
not.
much. Like, you're gonna move to
No,
number
come
one and then
on, dude.
trade down for Anthony Richardson.
No, I just pay less. I would just pay less for like the 3rd pick or the 4th pick or whatever, and keep DJ Moore probably. I would pay all the way up for the 1, and then
And also,
try to
like,
come back
even
down.
if,
No.
like, even, yeah, I mean, just realistically, you'd have, like, somebody would have to trade with you. Like, it's not
Right.
like you can just, put it in a trade calculator and, like, oh, that team is gonna, who's picking 3rd overall? I forget.
Arizona.
Yeah, it's not like Arizona is like going to for sure trade with, like, they could.
Yeah,
But it's
they
like,
could, but
I mean, why
it's
would
not
they?
true,
Why
though.
would they trade up anyway? Like, what is it? Like, this is, yeah. It's not like it's gonna just happen just because, like, it's unrealistic. So, I mean, CJ Stroud's going to Carolina. It's pretty close to a lock. All right, let's watch a friend of the show, JT O'Sullivan, journeyman.
This is the biggest reason why you need to consider drafting Bryce Young over CJ Stroud.
Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been. Young overtime loss to LSU. Now, some people think that this is a hard player to evaluate, even perhaps
is
project at the
Is
next
he a hard
level.
player to evaluate and project? Let's
There's a
see.
lot to love on this film. And I don't know what the hell those people are necessarily talking about, because when you turn on the film,
Well, he
you see
said
capital
some
A
other people think
anticipation,
that, not
like
him.
this slant right here.
Yes.
This looked like anybody we've seen down in Miami have a pretty decent year. Get the ball out on time with great anticipation, accuracy, on the body, on the break. Simply outstanding. You don't see this in college football very often. And we're going to see capital A anticipation all over the place. So first of all, fast 3 motion. Watch the motion from the backfield. See the adjustment it makes on the inside linebacker.
What is
nickel
this
tight.
kind of offense?
They got a
It's already
push,
looking
nickel
like
blitzing.
weirder.
Doesn't
than
matter. Look at the slant
OSU.
up top. Now, Bryce Young has
that?
already separated his hands.
You think it's a
This is
normal
what I talk about.
offense?
We're going to make this
Some
capital
both
A
are normal
offenses, okay,
anticipation
some
for all
offenses
the
in
catch in the
college
back.
are so weird.
This is a slant.
We'll get to one of them. We have one.
All right.
Yeah.
He's throwing it.
You know what I
before
mean?
the
Like, you
slant
got to take
runner
that
is
into
the
account
break.
when you're.
His
Oh, yeah,
hands
for
have
sure.
separated right there. He's throwing it.
So you're talking
This
about
is what it looks like.
capital A
y'all. This is not
anticipation.
hard to evaluate. This is easy to
His
evaluate.
receiver is not
and
even
it
open.
projects perfectly into the Sunday game.
There you go. Runs a slant.
That is a
bang.
handoff. A
You don't
thing
see
of
that
beauty.
from quarterbacks.
On the body, on the break, damn near startles the guy.
You don't see that from Stroud.
Simply outstanding.
Don't?
And it's not like a one-off
Not this type of
anticipation throw.
anticipation. Not this.
This is really
at
the
this level.
shortest,
No.
easiest of his anticipation throws. There's just so much to like about the way Bryce Young plays the position. Boom. I mean,
Remember,
look at
he's
that
releasing
throw.
that football when his receiver has zero
Boom.
separation, still getting
I
guarded.
feel like we need sound effects on this channel.
I
All right.
mean, the release is lightning quick, though.
Of course.
Next
yeah,
one
yeah.
here.
Insanely.
So we're going to get an
Fast.
in to the tight end.
I think what's going to happen
Bottom of the
as you
screen.
watch
Do a
Bryce
little
Young,
shift here.
you're going to like what you see,
Play
and then
tag.
you're going to see his
We're going
side.
to try to get it to
and
the
be like,
back.
"Ugh, boy."
Running a little fan,
That's the
Texas,
only issue.
angle, whatever. It's not there. Patient to the tight end. Keeps your base. And acknowledge, hey, it's wide ass open.
We finally
there's no
have
pressure either.
an actual weight on him.
Build around the driver.
Okay. What's
Do
the-
we? No, I'm asking.
We do, yeah, from the combine. I think it was
Okay.
like 204 or something. But that was
Okay.
one of those things where like he did like the water weight kind of added stuff.
I was like, that's a lot for him.
Yeah.
Okay, you can add. How much weight you think you can add with that? 15 pounds.
I know my tight end's adding 10 with that.
10 is realistic.
so
You
10,
can
yeah.
lose 20, but you'll be like close to dying. But you could probably lose 20 from
Right.
mostly water weight.
Sure.
Because,
But the ability to process.
you can gain. You
Chiefs
saying
love
10
to hear
maybe.
process. We're not
Yeah.
even in draft season,
10.
and I'm talking process.
10, 12, in that range.
But he's going to try to get it to the
That's a
back.
lot of
little
water.
angle
A lot of
route.
water weight, dude.
It's
Yeah,
not
no,
there.
seriously, I'm thinking he's probably going to come in
perfect base
playing weight
mechanics.
195.
No,
He came in at
there it
204,
is.
and that's 9 pounds.
You know, people love to hit.
Water
Oh,
weight,
he's too
you know?
short. He won't be able
He
to see
said
over the middle of the
204.
field.
I was surprised. Like, dang.
That's how it's
Right.
done. 1 to 2.
204.
1? No. 2?
And more
Yes.
than likely, whenever his pro day is, I'm sure it's going to be soon.
I mean,
If
run
it
over that
hasn't
logo.
already.
He already had. Oh no, this is
I love it.
Because
This
CJ
is
Stroud had his pro day.
all
probably
over
not
the
gonna weigh
film.
in,
And
but
we
he'll do
haven't
all-
even gotten
all
to
the
the point
activities.
where
So
we're going to
for
acknowledge the
my
fact that he
guess,
didn't
he
necessarily
probably
play his
lost that
best
water
game
weight,
by
and now he's going to
far.
run the 40. Now he's going to
The
do all
only
the
reason
drills.
that this thing went to
you know,
overtime, or one of the only reasons,
race
the
his
main
fast
reason,
off that
is
way.
Bryce Young. Great job. Again, look at the footwork when he goes through this thing.
Yeah,
No heel click. Great base the whole time.
Yep, that's true.
Vision down the field. Just operates at
No,
such a high
heel
level, just
click
a point guard
does
dealing
help
back
for
and forth.
timing, but I mean, if you don't need it,
And
it
again,
helps you out because crossing your
this
feet.
looks to
is
me,
double
besides for
instead
the
of better.
pass pro or the pass rush and how open the guy is, this is what Sunday quarterbacking at a high level looks like. No over the middle of the ball,
Yeah.
between the numbers, between the hashes, getting through your reads.
You can tell J.P.
consistently.
O'Sullivan's a big fan. You can tell.
Now, next one here. This is interception. This one hurts. Okay, this might be a hot take, or you might think I'm fanboying on this one, but I love everything about this play except the throw, except the accuracy. There's nothing there. He really makes this close to a
That dude was
special,
wide open.
almost half miracle play if he makes it, if he puts this ball exactly where he wants. Now watch the pocket movement. 2 hands on the ball all the time.
That's
Boom.
cool.
You know, smooth, creative, looking at the rush,
That could have been an
doesn't see it,
insane
keeps
play.
his eyes down the field, and just puts it
Could have
behind
been
him.
very insane.
The arm angle makes it a little tougher, but we're going to pause this thing at the top, and I want you to tell me where the ball should go. Okay, so this is a good exercise for guys who play on the perimeter,
like
DB
over
types.
ahead of him,
Right here, he's
not
at the back of
behind
his
him.
drop. Where do you want the ball to go? Who's open? All 4 guys.
Oh, it's talking about
Tell us
before.
you did a
Oh,
decent
okay.
job.
It's talking about
Better
before.
than
I
decent
was like,
job.
what kind of question
Coverage-wise
was
on the
that,
back end.
JT?
There's nothing there.
I get
He's
what
got
you
to
mean
create.
now.
I think the thing for me,
He creates something. There's a little
acknowledge, hey, the throw's
separation
not
with
good.
10.
We get it. You can't put it in harm's way like that. But it's pretty rare skill set to be able to look at the guy who's going to tackle you and try to put a move on him, and then keep your eyes through him too. So let's go super
I
slow.
think when
Right
Tommy
here,
Chase says
he's
he's
looking
a
at him.
smaller
He's looking at
Mahomes,
23,
I think
eyeball
that's
to
the
eyeball.
type of stuff that he's looking at.
He's then going to make a pass behind him right there. Look at the eyes pop back up. Yo, you don't see this. I'm telling you, it doesn't exist anywhere, let alone the arm angle. Okay. He throws it around the motherfucker.
Ooh,
Okay?
that's a bad word.
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't work out, but that is crazy shit to me.
Yeah, it is. It's
Borderline
crazy. It is.
ridiculous play, and not going to work. Interception, red zone, all bad. That area, acknowledge it. But this, okay, one more time. Look at 23, eyeball to eyeball. Then find a receiver behind him. Buy enough time, arm angle around him to throw it.
Yeah, that's
You
worth
can get
looking
caught
at
up in the
4 or 5
interception if you
times for
want, but
sure.
this thing translates.
Oh man.
Next one.
So that's basically Bryce
This
Young.
slot
He's
up top.
spectacular
This is when it
plays.
starts getting into, for me, him not being quite as consistent or polished as we've used to
He's
see
a great
him
runner,
operate the
though,
quarterback
right?
position.
Yes,
probably.
he can run.
I don't think we got a 40 time on him officially.
No, because he had that weight. You know what I mean? He wants to lose all that weight, and then once he has a pro day, he'll go back to his 190, 195, or whatever he is.
You think
and then
he'll
he goes
run
home.
it? Okay,
That's
so
what
we'll
I
get
think.
a 40 time
We'll see.
from him.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It's such a weird game, but you got to do it. Like we need it to get to see him a little bit more, and it's funny. He doesn't run the 40 now. He's gonna run the 40, and he's gonna gain the weight. He's gonna lose the weight, and
It's the game, man. A lot of money on the line for Bryce Young.
yeah. What about that one guy who's gaining 1 pound per day?
Who's that?
The defensive tackle.
Oh, really?
Wasn't he in that game? We just the Georgia game we just watched.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Oh, okay.
I mean,
yeah,
gaining 1 pound a day for a pro athlete. I know
for,
some
for
people.
a guy who doesn't need to gain any weight. Also,
Some people are like, oh, that's in America, like I do that all the time, bro. As a pro athlete, like that's just insane.
He'll be
Like,
eating a lot of calories.
yeah, and I mean, we're not talking about like, oh, I got to shed some pounds. I mean, it's like every pound he gains could be $1 million. He loses, like that's a lot of money, dude. That's like just
Hey man, it could benefit the Bears at the end of the day, so I'm cool with it.
Oh, it
Keep
goes
eating.
down to
Keep
number
eating.
9.
Yeah. He could. That's what I'm hearing.
And then he just has to like get banned from all like deep dish and hot dog spots. Like Chicago's got a lot of food there. So
No Giordano's for you, Jalen.
bro, he's banned from there like he did something bad. Like that's crazy. I have a picture of him on the wall.
Yeah.
Like that would be nuts. All right, so next Bryce versus Georgia. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah. So there's two games. One of them is the SEC championship. That's what we're going to look at first. And again, I just want to kind of show this to you because we saw CJ Stroud versus Georgia. I just want to show you what Bryce versus Georgia looks like. It does look different because you're going to see Bryce is way more athletic, way more mobile,
Bryce Young.
way more slippery.
Modern day high school. So many great quarterbacks.
Bryce Young
come
is
through
more
there.
of like a dual threat.
And he's another of the long
type of quarterback. You'll see that in this game. And again, Georgia, stiff competition. A lot of NFL guys, a lot of NFL players on this Georgia Bulldogs defense.
So quicker release than CJ Stroud, and you're saying more anticipation.
Absolutely.
Than CJ Stroud.
And then, of course, you're going to see that running ability that looks way different. It'll show itself soon.
Is that a problem when he doesn't even have any effort with like his back leg? He's always kind of. I'm using the wrong terminology, but like he's flat for like he just gets it out. He doesn't even set.
I know
like,
what you're saying.
Yeah, is that a problem at all? Do you think it's a problem, or is that more of a pro just because he throws it so effortlessly?
So that's what JT O'Sullivan was saying when he said no heel clicking. For me, I don't really have an opinion on it. JT O'Sullivan, he played the quarterback. He said it's a plus, so I'm just going to kind of defer to his opinion on that. When you do the more heel click, the kind of traditional drop back, it's a timing thing, right? You're not just doing a random 3-step or a random 5-step. It's a 3 or a 5-step drop for a timing reason. There's a reason why you're doing that type of drop. So I mean, as long as Bryce Young is still able to keep his footwork intact, his base intact, and keep the timing right, I see no issues, honestly.
So that was more of the normal throw, right? The normal the heel click. But
right.
We see on the really quick passes sometimes he doesn't even like do it. He gets rid of the ball so fast.
Yeah,
Oh, if JT says it's a plus, we'll just say it's not a negative, or,
right.
you know.
Right.
It's so effortless for him to get the ball out.
And I didn't mention this about Stroud, but now that I'm seeing Bryce Young, for both of those guys, there is no question about arm strength or arm talent. Like these are two kids who can make all the throws, that have a strong enough arm to get by in the NFL. I'm not going to call either of these guys like the next like Josh Allen as far as arm strength, but like they got cannons. They can get it for sure.
Yeah.
So there's no red flags with that. Honestly, what I would say is my final kind of conclusion after watching these guys is that, man, it's really just the weight with Bryce Young. It's really just, can he hold up? Can he take a hit? I think the next clip that we have will be his injury, maybe.
Oh, they're about to show it. This was just like the red zone pass where he he didn't get it.
Yeah.
But he lobbed it back. He tossed it back to the RB. That was insane. It was like 3 guys. He had to shake 3 guys, and then he had to pass.
See, right there, that what you just said, that was insane. You did not once say that about CJ Stroud, and that's the same thing with me.
Yeah.
I never once looked at CJ Stroud and said, "Wow, that is insane." But I look at Bryce Young, and you kind of frequently start saying that phrase.
Well, his pro comp is Allen Iverson. So, like, I mean, you're not like,
okay.
If you're not that fast, like, obviously you're not gonna bring up highlight reels like this. But he's so fast that he does shake 2 or 3 guys.
He's a playmaker. Stroud is not a playmaker. He's a very good quarterback, but Bryce Young, little bit of a playmaker. See, that's why it's tough, man. That's why it's not so easy. Like, you see CJ Stroud, you like him a lot. It's like, all right, I'm going to pick CJ Stroud. Then you watch Bryce Young, it's like, oh, he's pretty good.
Yeah, you can tell this is one of the guys where if you screw up, he'll get a 40-yard run on you too. It's like,
yeah, oh yeah,
like, oh, you screwed up. Like, come on, you got to contain him. And you could also throw.
Yeah.
Is
We
this
can go on to the next
number 3 Alabama versus Auburn? Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
It's a new format on the show.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So the first drive ends up not being much. So, first 30 seconds, I can kind of set this up for you. Bryce Young, when the game is on the line, his play sometimes elevates, sometimes declines. This is the moment where the first moment that I've seen on tape where when the game is on the line, his play elevates. So we're going to see a lot of good of Bryce Young in this game. The next game that I'm going to show you would be Georgia. Not the SEC championship game, but then I believe that was the national championship game. Did not look his best. And that was probably the biggest game that he's played in his career, in my opinion. You can skip through the Auburn offense stuff. We're not going to look at Tank Bigsby today.
How good is Auburn defense?
What I would say was this is one of those rivalry games. So it's like, yeah, Auburn is clearly the inferior team, but it's a rivalry game. Everyone is playing their hearts out. It's one of those games where I would